I think that we're living through a very dark moment. The President of the United States spoke at the General Assembly of the United Nations today. He spoke about what he'd done, but he didn't offer new hope, new initiative, either in respect of Sudan or Gaza or Ukraine. So at the moment, the omens are very serious indeed. Well, there are millions of people around the world who need it to be relevant. They need the UN to be relevant and more relevant. 80 years ago, the UN was set up to, quote unquote, prevent the scourge of war from future generations. But today there are 59 wars going on around the world. And so the UN needs to become more muscular, more effective in the peacemaking business. But it can only do that if it's supported by the member states. The geography of power has changed in fundamental ways. There are more countries that are more important. And you're going to hear from Brazil, from Turkey, from Indonesia, from India. You're going to see the recognition or the evidence of a world that has many power centers, not just one. That's what we need to catch up with. I think what's made the humanitarian situation more difficult is that more civil wars, that means wars within states, are being sponsored from outside. The 59 civil conflicts that are going on at the moment are not just neighbors feuding with neighbors. They're neighbors being sponsored and supported by arms and by finance from outside. That's what's driving the record numbers in humanitarian need that we really need to get to grips with. I think that the future of humanitarian funding is a real fork in the road. Either there'll be a recognition that when you cut humanitarian funding, you actually foment political instability. And if that is a recognition, then we'll see a concentration of the aid system in the worst humanitarian crisis. The alternative is that the message is not recognized, that we continue to spread aid too thin, and that we're all going to pay the price, whether in disease outbreaks that flow beyond the places that they start, in the flow of people, that's such a major issue around the world today. I think that this is a moment when governments seem to be in retreat from big global problems, and that means NGOs, the private sector, civil society needs to step up. We need to be the solution makers because at the moment, governments are not taking the actions that are necessary.